Hello. This is not a regular writing vlog because I'm going to print out the novel that I finished not that long ago, and it's called Auras of Faith / Fate. And I will find it here, Auras of Faith, Fate, and then here, Auras of Faith, Fate novel. Auras of Faith / Fate. I haven't put any, as you can see, I haven't put any page numbers on, and I would like that on the bottom of the page and then to the right. But I also need to margins, user-defined margins. I want the even and the uneven pages to be different. There we go. And then these do not have any page number on the bottom of the page. And then these should go on the other side, like that. I also want the margins to be wider on the right side of the left pages and the left side of the right pages. So if I can remember how I did that. Mirrored, I think that's it. And then now it says inner and outer margins. Then the inner margin, it's already wider, I think. If we view multiple pages, then I can check the document if there are any blank pages. I don't want that. That's a blank page. There we go. When you move the margins just a bit, then it might change the entire look of the page. And then if there's just a single line or 2 or 3 on one page and you change the margin by a little, then it might take more room and then it's no problem. But if you change other things, then it doesn't take up a page, then it might move backward, and then you might end up having these blank pages. So far it's looking good. I haven't actually printed out the previous 2 novels that I wrote, but I'm printing this now because I want to make a video about it, but also to make sure that I can print this newest one before the printer runs out of toner. See, on this page there are only 2 lines. So before it might have ended on this page, one less page. When I write, I tend to make it so that there's a good distance to the end of the page, but that changes when I do this. This chapter, it says chapter 22 and chapter 23. This chapter needs to be split somewhere. I'm going to figure that out in the edits. And this red part down here is the outline. When I got quite far into the story, I outlined the rest of the chapters, and then I knew what I had to write when I got to that. I think this red part is too much, even if I move it up by deleting the spaces, then it will still be on this page. I think I will just leave it be. It was easier for me to write the rest 5 to 10 chapters of the novel because I had a pretty clear idea of where I wanted the story to go. And these last 2 pages have a lot of red text on them. I had a pretty decent chunk of words, or in terms of a novel, it's not that many words, but in terms of outlining, it's a lot for me, because I usually only write a few sentences for a chapter. But I had several ideas for how the story should end, and so I had this. So, well, maybe I should switch the camera angle. Okay, so here we are. I am now going to check how much toner it has left. Oh, it's got pretty much black toner. I will here Control P, and then the fancy thing about this printer is that it can basically do everything on its own. I just need to click here. I hope I did it right. I didn't actually check if the settings are as they should be. I think they are. It's set to print on both sides. So here we go. It will take a bit of time to print out the entire thing, so I won't film it all, of course. That was the first 2 pages. Okay, usually when I print out, I take a few of the papers and start sorting them. I used to print out novels in a more elaborate way because I had to print on one side and then put in stacks of papers carefully and then print the even pages on the other side, and it wasn't manually printing on both sides at once. So that was trickier, but this printer should be able to do everything on its own, and then I just need to take the entire stack of paper when it's done. Oh no! The printer reported an error, and it said in the bottom right of the screen that it couldn't print, but it's still printing. So I hope it was just because it needed data. It says in the display receives data. So I hope it will continue to print out without problems. The printer is still going strong. It has printed about 70 pages now, and it will take a bit of time still because it's the novel is 277 pages long. So a couple of hundred more to go. And done. Here it is. The novel is printed out. Like I said, it's a lot of pages. I hope everything is as it should be. The last page. It's the last 2 pages have the red text. There you go. 277 pages. The papers are still warm from the printer. I'm going to use this. I'm going to make holes in this and then put it in this binder. A lot of words. Novel number, I don't even know which number this is. I don't know if you can see it, but I tend to mark something in the text somewhere. It's here. I have marked it, the footnote number, and then mark the footnote as well. I make notes for myself so I know when I go through the edits what I need to fix, and maybe I have some idea of what the solution should be. It takes a lot of time to print out a novel, but at least it's a lot easier than it used to be. It's a luxury problem, maybe, having to print on one side and then all the other sides on the back of the paper afterwards. But I love my printer. Getting closer to being done. This also takes some time. I don't have a machine for making holes in a lot of paper at once, so I can only take a few sheets at a time. And the last ones. There we go. A lot of paper. Don't feel bad about me using paper. We have recycling here in Denmark, and so I can, once I'm done, fully done with a novel, I can put it in the trash bin, paper trash bin, and then it can get recycled. we go. It's a bit hard to believe, or maybe not for me because I'm used to writing, but I think it's kind of impressive that I wrote all of this in the course of 2 months. Those 8 writing vlogs I did were all about this. So I will make a new round of writing vlogs when I'm going to when I'm starting the next round of edits or writing or something like that. So there we have it. The novel is printed and ready to be put on the shelf. I just need to print out a Dymo label and then with the title of the novel, and then it will go over on the shelf with the other novels. So this is it. I hope you like this video and that you will watch the next ones. Until then, take care. Thank you for watching.